Hello and welcome. We are about to embark on a journey, not across vast untamed wilderness, but into the very heart of one of humanity's greatest creations, the city of Rome. For millennia, this sprawling metropolis has been a crucible of history, art, and power. We may think we know its story, told through its magnificent ruins and celebrated monuments. The Colosseum, the Forum, St. Peter's Basilica, these are landmarks known the world over, symbols of an empire that shaped our modern world. But like any ancient and complex ecosystem, Rome possesses a hidden life, a world of secrets tucked away in the shadows of its grand narrative. Today, we will peel back the layers of time to uncover stories that are rarely told. We will venture beyond the well-trodden paths of the tourist and the historian to explore the unexpected, the peculiar, and the truly astonishing. These are not the tales you will find in the average guidebook. Indeed, even the most devoted student of history may be surprised by the revelations that await us. The Eternal City, it seems, has managed to keep some of its most intriguing secrets to itself, waiting patiently for the curious to discover them. So, join me, Zim, as we delve into the depths of Rome's past and present. We will witness engineering marvels that defy modern explanation, uncover bizarre ancient customs, and find beauty in the most unlikely of places. This is Rome as you have never seen it before, a city not just of emperors and gladiators, but of surprising ingenuity, enduring traditions, and secrets that have survived for centuries, whispering their stories to those who are willing to listen. Our exploration begins now. The Colosseum, an icon of power and a theater of life and death. For nearly 500 years, its stone walls bore witness to the spectacles of the Roman world, gladiators locked in mortal combat, and exotic beasts from the farthest reaches of the empire meeting their end. But here, in this grand arena, an even more extraordinary event would unfold. The Romans, masters of engineering, possessed the ability to transform this dusty amphitheater into a vast artificial lake. It was a spectacle known as the Naumachia, or mock sea battle, a stunning display of hydrological and theatrical genius. Imagine the scene. The arena floor, a complex system of wooden platforms and sand, is removed to reveal a waterproof basin beneath. Through an elaborate network of aqueducts and sluice gates, millions of gallons of water would surge into the Colosseum, flooding it to a depth of several feet. Specially constructed, flat-bottomed ships, representing opposing naval forces, would then enter the newly formed lake. Oarsmen would power these vessels through the water, and Marines would engage in fierce choreographed combat, reenacting famous naval victories for the roaring crowds. It was the ultimate demonstration of Rome's command, not only over people and land, but over the very elements themselves. Water was the lifeblood of ancient Rome, and its mastery over this resource is still visible today, not just in the ruins of aqueducts, but in the city's vibrant, living heart. Rome is a city of fountains, boasting more than any other on the planet. There are over 2,000 of them, from grand theatrical masterpieces to small, humble drinking fountains known as nasoni, or big noses, for their distinctive shape. Each one is a testament to a continuous, centuries-old relationship with water, a source of both life and beauty. They are the soundtrack of the city, their gentle splashing a constant companion as one wanders the cobbled streets. Here we see the magnificent Trevi Fountain, a baroque explosion of myth and marble where water gods command the wild currents. Over there, in the Piazza Navona, Bernini's Fountain of the Four Rivers stands as a symbol of papal power, its allegorical figures representing the great rivers of the known world. But beyond these famous giants, countless smaller fountains offer refreshment and a moment of peace. They are not merely decorative, they are a fundamental part of Rome's identity, a public display of a precious resource freely given, connecting the modern city to its aquatic past. In the complex urban ecosystem of Rome, another inhabitant thrives, one that has found a unique and protected niche for itself. It is the domestic cat, Felis catus. Here, among the ancient ruins and sun-drenched piazzas, thousands of cats live as semi-wild residents, and they do so under the full protection of the law. A municipal ordinance declares that where 5 or more cats live together, they constitute a colony, and they cannot be moved or displaced. They are, in a very real sense, citizens of Rome. This special status is cared for by a network of volunteers, affectionately known as gattari, or cat ladies. They provide food, water, and medical care for these feline colonies, which often make their homes in the city's most historic sites. One of the most famous colonies resides here, at the Largo di Torre Argentina, the very spot where Julius Caesar is believed to have been assassinated. Tourists and locals alike come to admire these cats, lounging regally upon fallen columns and ancient stones. It is a curious and heartwarming symbiosis. The cats are given sanctuary among the relics of the past, and in return, they add a unique layer of life and charm to the timeless landscape of Rome. We stand now beneath a true miracle of the ancient world. This is the Pantheon, a temple first built by Marcus Agrippa and later reconstructed by the Emperor Hadrian. Its most breathtaking feature is this: its magnificent coffered dome. For nearly 2,000 years, it has stood against the forces of time, gravity, and seismic tremors. And even today, it remains the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the entire world. It is an achievement that continues to baffle architects and engineers. How did they do it? The genius lies in the composition of the concrete itself. Roman engineers were masters of their materials. They began with a thick, heavy aggregate of travertine at the base of the dome, providing a strong foundation. As they built upwards, they gradually lightened the mixture, incorporating terracotta tiles, then tufa, and finally, at the very crown of the dome, feather-light pumice stone. The dome's thickness also tapers from over 20 feet at the base to just 7.5 feet around the central opening, the oculus. This oculus, open to the sky, is not a weakness but a brilliant structural solution, removing weight from the apex, the dome's most vulnerable point. It is a masterclass in ingenuity, a silent testament to an empire at the zenith of its power. The Romans were renowned for their hygiene, pioneering public baths, aqueducts, and sewer systems. Their pursuit of cleanliness, however, led them to use a rather surprising and, to our modern sensibilities, unpleasant cleaning agent. For washing their clothes, particularly the white woolen togas that were a symbol of Roman citizenship, they relied heavily on a substance that was plentiful and free human urine. The ammonia present in aged urine is a powerful cleansing agent, capable of cutting through grease and bleaching fabric. This was a highly organized industry. Large clay pots were placed on public street corners where passers-by could contribute. The collected urine was then taken to a fulonica, the Roman equivalent of a laundromat. Here, workers known as Felines would place the garments into vats filled with the aged urine and water. They would then stomp on the clothes with their bare feet to agitate and clean them. After this rather pungent process, the clothes were thoroughly rinsed with clean water and often treated with fuller's earth to absorb any remaining dirt and whiten them further. It was a smelly but remarkably effective system, showcasing Roman pragmatism at its most visceral. The concept of a shopping mall, a multi-level complex filled with a variety of shops, offices, and food stalls, feels like a distinctly modern invention. Yet here in the heart of Rome, nestled against the Quirinal Hill, stands its ancient predecessor. This is Trajan's Market, constructed around 110 AD under the reign of the Emperor Trajan. It is widely considered to be the world's very first shopping center, a bustling hub of commerce and administration that served the citizens of the capital over 1,900 years ago. Designed by the brilliant architect Apollodorus of Damascus, the same man behind Trajan's column, this vast semicircular complex was a marvel of urban planning. It contained more than 150 individual shops and administrative offices spread across 6 levels that followed the contour of the excavated hillside. The ground floor housed shops selling goods like oil, wine, fish, and fruit, while the upper levels were likely used for imperial administrative functions, including the distribution of the grain dole. Walking through its well-preserved corridors and vaulted halls today, one can almost hear the echoes of merchants hawking their wares and the daily bustle of Roman life. It was a revolutionary structure, a city within a city. Sometimes, the greatest views are found not from the highest peaks, but through the smallest of openings. On Aventine Hill, which is actually one of Rome's 7 hills, there's this place of quiet contemplation called the Priory of the Knights of Malta. Its unassuming green door, honestly, holds one of the city's most enchanting and carefully guarded secrets. There's no grand entrance or sign, just a small ancient brass keyhole. Those who know about it are drawn there, patiently waiting their turn to peer through this tiny aperture. What they see is a perfectly framed, almost magical vision. Through the keyhole, a dark tunnel of immaculately trimmed hedges creates a kind of natural telescope. And at the far end of this green corridor, floating as if in a dream, is the magnificent dome of St. Peter's Basilica. The view is no accident. It was meticulously designed way back in the 18th century by Giovanni Battista Piranesi. It creates this remarkable illusion, aligning 3 separate sovereign territories in a single line of sight. The Priory, which is the territory of the Knights of Malta, the Piazza dei Cavalieri di Malta in Italy, and then, across the city, St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican. It's a moment of pure visual poetry, a secret whispered from one traveler to another. When we walk through the ruins of the Roman Forum, it's easy to think of Rome as just a single place, a city-state defined by its 7 hills. But, the power that emanated from this very spot once projected itself across an astonishing expanse of the known world. At its peak, under the Emperor Trajan in the early 2nd century AD, the Roman Empire was a colossal entity. It wasn't confined to Italy or even to Europe. It was a transcontinental superpower, its dominion stretching across 3 continents: Europe, Africa, and Asia. From the rain-swept frontiers of Hadrian's Wall in Britannia to the sun-scorched deserts of Mesopotamia. From the Atlantic coast of Hispania and Lusitania in the west to the shores of the Black Sea in the east, and south, encompassing the entire Mediterranean coastline of North Africa, including the fertile breadbasket of Egypt. The empire controlled an estimated 5 million square kilometers of territory and ruled over perhaps 70 million people, a quarter of the world's population at the time. The sheer scale of this achievement in logistics, governance, and military control is almost impossible to comprehend, and it was all administered from this one extraordinary city. The Trevi Fountain is more than just a monumental sculpture. It's a living tradition, a place of hope and superstition. Every day, thousands of visitors flock to its basin, turn their backs and toss a coin over their left shoulder with their right hand. The legend, originating from a 1954 film, promises that this act will ensure their return to the Eternal City. This ritual, performed countless times a day, has an astonishing cumulative effect. The floor of the fountain becomes a glittering carpet of international currency. Each night, after the crowds have dispersed, city workers shut off the water and carefully sweep up the day's offerings. The sheer volume of coins is staggering. On an average day, around 3,000 euros are collected from the basin, amounting to well over 1 million euros per year. But this money doesn't simply vanish into city coffers. Since 2001, it has been given to a Catholic charity, Caritas Rome. The funds are used to support the city's most vulnerable residents, funding food banks, soup kitchens, and social welfare programs. And so, the wishes for a return to Rome are transformed into tangible help for those who call the city home. A beautiful cycle of hope and charity. A pyramid. The very shape conjures images of ancient Egypt, of pharaohs and the Nile. It seems utterly out of place here, in the capital of the Roman Empire. And yet, standing against the backdrop of the Aurelian walls is exactly that. A sharp, steep-sided pyramid clad in white marble. This is the Pyramid of Cestius, the tomb of a wealthy Roman magistrate named Gaius Cestius, who died around 12 BC. It's a striking and unexpected monument, a testament to a period when Rome was utterly captivated by all things Egyptian. Following Rome's conquest of Egypt in 30 BC, a wave of Egyptomania swept through the city. Obelisks were plundered from the banks of the Nile and erected in Roman circuses and squares. The wealthy and powerful began to incorporate Egyptian motifs into their art and architecture. Gaius Cestius, in his will, stipulated that his tomb must be built in this exotic pyramidal form, and that it must be completed within 330 days. The result is this remarkable structure, built of brick-faced concrete and covered in marble slabs. While not as large as the Great Pyramids of Giza, it is an incredibly well-preserved piece of history, a symbol of one culture's fascination with another, frozen in stone for over 2 millennia. Our journey through the hidden corners of Rome has come to an end. We have seen how a battle arena could become an ocean, how urine could make a toga white, and how a simple keyhole can frame a masterpiece. We've learned that even in a city whose history has been studied for centuries, there are always new layers to explore, new stories waiting to be unearthed. Rome is not a static museum. It is a living, breathing entity where the past is not just remembered, but is woven into the fabric of daily life. From the cats who guard its ruins, to the coins that fill its fountains with hope. The 10 secrets we have uncovered today are just a glimpse into the city's immense complexity. For every fact we have shared, 1,000 more lie waiting in the cobbled alleys, beneath the church floors, and within the memories of its people. The true magic of Rome is this endless capacity for discovery. It is a city that rewards curiosity, offering profound connections to the ingenuity, the strangeness, and the enduring humanity of those who came before us. The story of Rome is, and always will be, a story without end. I hope this exploration has ignited your own curiosity. What was the one fact that surprised you the most? A flooded Colosseum? The pyramid of a Roman magistrate? Please, share your thoughts in the comments below. I would be fascinated to read them. And if you wish to continue these journeys into the remarkable stories that shape our world, I encourage you to subscribe and join us for our next expedition. Until then, continue to look for the hidden stories all around you.